All right, guys, this is a 2013 Ford C-Max. I got the wrong part. Thanks, Part Geek. So I'm having to switch out the rear hubs, but I basically have it down to a science, and I want to share that science with you guys. First, you get it jacked up. There's a little triangle right here. You put the jack on there, and then you put this. If you and your wife got in an argument, maybe you don't need that today. Up to you. I'm putting that there. Me and the wife are good. And then here's the tools we're gonna need ongoing. So I'm using my Lug-A-Dugga. This has some special lug nuts, whatever size lug nuts you have. And then 13 mils to get off the brake calipers. I have a system to get them off as quick as possible. This is also 13 mil. This is a 15 mil to remove the rear strut to make it easier to get the E. Take a look at that. Take a look at that. An E14 is what holds the rear hub. There's 4 E14s, kind of like my hand right now, except minus that finger, that go into it. The heads are on the back side, and then it holds the hub on right here. And then the hub has the lug nuts, which holds the tire on like so. So this is a few extensions that have really helped out. I've been using my electric ratchet, a little bungee cord to hold my brake caliper. And then I got some Loctite, because these are torque to yield bolts, but the amount of force that they put these in from factory is way too much in my opinion. Y'all can have difference of opinion. And it was insane because they were rusted in there a little bit too. So we're gonna go ahead and start ripping off. You guys in. So we got 1 bolt there, and 1 bolt. Whoop, yep, right there. And then that's our strut bolt that we have to remove to make it easier to inverted Torx, like right here, right here, right here, right here. And I already have the sensor removed. You have to pop that sensor off. It's just a simple little push right there, and they come off pretty easy. So that's everything that we got to get off. We have a stopwatch going. We're gonna see how long. Pop off this bottom little bolt cover for the bottom one, so you can figure ratchet on easier. And then you got to get something in here. I have my little bungee cord around the brake. There's not much play since that's the e-brake cable and the brake running to it. And originally I had to freaking beat this because it was welded on with rust. But as you can see now, super easy. Now these are the bolts that you have to do. I would recommend soaking them with some PB fluid or whatever you got laying around. Some freaking Vaseline, some Jergens, whatever you can lubricate it with. Just kidding, please don't. PB Blaster or WD-40 works best. And then this is a little cover. So this will come off, boom. And then this is a new one. This is where you have to access it from. That's why you take the bolt out of the strut so you can move back and forth. And then this just wiggles out. If there's no rust, keep that in mind. And if there is rust, like what I was dealing with when I first did this, I took a hammer, really big hammer, I went whack, whack, whack. And, I don't know, it looks like bird poop somehow. Anyways, yeah, I beat it. But this is my setup, because these bolts are in extremely tight, so that's my setup. That way I'm able to get the proper straight on approach with it. I did strip one of these, as you can see. They got some rust on them, and they're an inverted Torx. So the other side, the first time I took them off, I got it out a little bit, and they had stripped, so I had to cut it, and it's a nightmare. But they do a lot better with the Lug-A-Dugga and some PB Blaster, and doing a little sanding on that. So that's how you get it out. Now to put it back in, this is my new unit, my new unit with the old sensors in them to make them work. So I'm just gonna slap that in and put thread locker on every bolt I've touched. Just some blue. I'm not a psychopath and use red in situations like this, but I'll just go ahead and zing them all in. News on. Everything fits good. I'm 20 minutes in. Now you go disc on, and I already put the sensor back in, or the connector to the sensor, and the strut bolt. So now we just put the disc on, and then putting this on is a freaking pain because these are a little worn. But it's a hybrid, guys. It doesn't even use brakes. Yeah, so brake caliper's back on. I kind of had to pound it on because there was like a large ridge. I gave us some wacky whacks. Got it down, cinched up the 2 bolts. And then last but not least, did I put that in? No. Oh, this little guy that I removed. Put this in. And now tires go on. Well, thanks for staying with me through this rear hub assembly. Woohoo! A big issue I've been having is that I was getting like every error, like service, traction, brake. So I actually had to buy a different one because these ones are from Parts Geek and it wouldn't fit my original sensor. I put the original sensors in, so we're about to go in a new one. I had to buy this eBay one that said it would work, but it still didn't. So I put the original sensors in and we're about to go drive it and see if it worked. It works still. It still moves.